This is the antenna I used, an RCA HD antenna. It's as long as the box is, and then you unfold it and it's about probably a yard wide. So any antenna will work for HD. They just have to put that on there, I guess, so they won't miss sales. But you could take an FM radio antenna and hook it up to your flat screen HD TV and it'll get a great signal. I've tried it. So this is the antenna. You can get these at Walmart, Amazon, many places. I think this one was about $31. And by the way, the stations I'll try to pick up will be from 50 to 70 miles away. There's a cluster of them, so I think this is probably going to be pretty good from what I've read on the reviews. So I have tied the ladder securely in two different spots so that it cannot shift in any direction, and I'm ready to head on up. First thing we do is get all our equipment and the antenna up to the roof, up to the site. So we have to attach brackets to the chimney, which means I have to drill 2 holes for each bracket. I'm going to drill right directly into the bricks, trying to center from one brick to another. Okay, this is what I used to attach the brackets to the chimney. I drilled straight into the brick. I got these at Home Depot. A drill bit that is specially made for the size of these concrete anchor bolts that I used. That makes it very simple. You just buy the matching drill bit and there won't be any guessing around or messing around with it. And this is what I used to put on the screw threads to seal the hole with. Also, I packed it in the hole. I found that when drilling into masonry, it's good to spray a little water into the place you're drilling. Keeps the bit cool. Blows the dust out. Okay, I've got the holes drilled. Now I'm going to put this black silicone on the screw threads to seal the hole as the screw goes in. And also screw it, push it into the hole. Bracket, screw, one bracket up. I marked the position of the second bracket with that dowel rod and the green level you see there to be sure it was straight up and down and not misaligned. You definitely don't want a crooked TV antenna. It would still work, but it wouldn't look too nice, would it? I went ahead and attached the antenna to the mast before I brought it up to the roof, so I wouldn't have to do that up here. When I'm on a roof or another high place of any kind, I take slow and deliberate steps for obvious reasons. This is not a place to get in a hurry. So the antenna and the mast are up. Show you some detail here, the way that was attached. Now this ladder really had nothing to do with the antenna. I custom built this ladder because I had some cracks on the top of the chimney that I had to patch. So that's what that's for. You get cracks in these mortar chimney tops. Now, as far as alignment of this antenna, I've looked on Google Earth and I've determined that by sighting this antenna straight over the second house down, the neighbor's house, second house down the street there, you can barely see the rooftop right here. As long as it points right over their rooftop, I'm perfectly aligned with the whole cluster of TV stations. They're about 53 miles away. So there you have it, a happy TV antenna, all mounted and ready to receive a signal. I disassembled the temporary ladder and got it out of the way. So I brought the wire down to the next level, followed the roof line along to the same route that the DirecTV antenna takes. And that's one reason I'm getting this antenna, is because when DirecTV goes out, we'll still be able to watch the weather on local news. I went back up on the roof and attached this green ground wire to the bottom bracket of the TV mast and brought it down to this grounding block right here. Okay, this is the antenna lead which goes under the porch into the crawl space under the house and up behind the TV. So I'm going to connect that here. And this waterproof connector has a rubber gasket around it. Good and snug, but not too tight. Okay, the green wire is a ground wire that goes to the house ground, the main house ground, which I'll show you that in a minute. So I'm connected here to the grounding block. Good and tight. And this is the one from the roof antenna. Already got that one tight. Okay, now let's go see where this green wire here goes. Okay, it goes under the porch where I stapled it to the floor joist as they came through. You see the green wire, it follows my maze of DirecTV wires. Follows on around. That's the DirecTV ground right there to the corner of the electrical entrance. But I put my ground here on that clamp right there. That clamp, which is directly onto the heavy copper wire that runs down to the ground rod, which you can't see, but it should be an 8-foot rod in the ground there. So the purpose of the grounding system is to discharge static electricity buildup from the antenna and prevent a lightning strike, hopefully, and plus it'll give you a better signal to keep that static charge drained. After the channel scan, here's what we got. We've got about 28 over-the-air channels, regular network type. Each network seems to have 4 or 5 auxiliary channels. It even has a guide, which I didn't even realize there'd be a guide for this. And there they are. Not really much you'd want to watch though. Quest Channel, PBS, Create, World, LX, HSN, this. And what a shocker, they have home shopping networks on over-the-air TV. Hard to believe.
It's a full-on meal.
It's a full-on meal, and you have not.
You haven't had the bad stuff.
Home shopping. Some of them are high definition, some are not. Go back to the guide.
Delicious. Dare I say, what's inside?
So it's chickpeas and lentils is what's contained in these bags of deliciousness. And look, the biggest thing when people see like a different type of rice or something that's made of something else that's not actually rice, they're like, does it taste like rice? Does it feel like rice? Texture is such a big thing when
Happened this morning on Campbellton Road in southwest Atlanta. That's where officers say they found the 43.
So on a technical basis, meaning the hardware and electronics have all worked successfully, the antenna is a big success, but the free channels are not, in my opinion, something I can't live without. Years ago, they used to refer to network TV as the vast wasteland, and in my opinion, it applies now more than ever. It seems like every network program, even what they call comedy, tries to sneak in some social cause, and that has gotten real tiresome. For that reason, I will just have to keep on paying for TV that is worth watching and entertaining. You just can't get that on network antenna TV, but at least the antenna works, and it was great fun installing it.